Taurus, hi. So this is going to be a reading for February 2nd through the 8th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Taurus. The overall energy for the reading, the Queen of Wands. I think that's your energy. If it's not, then it's somebody you're very drawn to at this moment in time. But I believe it's your energy, and it carries a sense of, man, I feel good in my own skin, you know, type of a deal. So in the recent past, the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Swords, the Nine of Cups. This is, you know how sometimes people say karma is a bitch? That's kind of how that energy feels like. There's an energy of pain that comes back somehow, but I don't know. It's almost looking like one of those, if you hurt someone without probably even knowing that you did, it's gonna come back at some point or something like that. But you look happy at the end of it, so that's why it looks a little odd in the sense of karma is a bitch, because then you're like, unless you're the one that's kind of thinking that in the direction of someone that hurt you. And it's still a little odd that you would be saying, gotcha. Yeah, people will be people. I don't know what's up with this energy. But in the current situation, the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Sun. You're telling me here, you know what? Happiness can be found. I can be happy. It's a little tough right now, but I can still find joy and happiness in things. And I think that's where your focus is at, to find exactly that, no matter how challenging it might get for you there. Because there is something a little heavy there for you. Okay, in the immediate future, the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. All sorts of contradictions in this reading, man. It's like, first I see an energy of equal give and take that is working out by the looks of it, but then I see someone cutting that off, being like, oh well, we're just gonna end this because it's working so well. It is working well, so why is, I don't fucking understand shit, but let's clarify. Alrighty. Let's do the Queen of Wands. You get the King of Cups, the Judgment card, the Page of Swords. No. This is another energy that you feel drawn to at this moment in time. And you are trying your best to open up to it. And from an energetic standpoint, it does look like you are opening up to it. Physically, you're taking it easy. It's like, you know, there's no reason to jump all in. We'll take it easy here. Okay. Doesn't have to be a person. It could even be an idea that you're kind of juggling with. I don't know. You know. But let's do the Wheel of Fortune in the recent past. The King of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. Alright, so this is based off of a partnership that apparently did work out. It was quite nice. You were part of it. I'm guessing this is in regards to work, and I think it did work out for the longest time here. But then something happened, and there's a return with it. But again, it gives me a feeling of return of karma or something. So I don't know exactly what the fuck that means, but let me do the Three of Swords. The Two of Swords, the Six of Wands, the Two of Cups. Now it goes into a direction of hurt people type of a deal. It's like one of you is carrying pain and they're inflicting pain on the other because they're carrying pain. It's like, let me share. Let me give you some of the pain that I'm carrying so that I'm not the only one that's carrying this shit. Okay, but it's your pain. I don't care. I want to share. That's not nice, first of all. So I don't know who's doing this, but it's coming from that place. Even if, okay, let's say they're not doing it intentionally, but it's coming from that mentality of, I can't be the only one in pain here. So, you know, what, you're smiling, you're happy, have some of my pain, because, you know, I can't be the only one in pain here. So it's almost like there's a little bit of bitterness with it. I don't even know what the hell is going on there, but okay. Because everything was fine until someone decided, well, I'm in pain over my own pain that I've carried with me, probably from previous lives that you weren't even there, but fuck it. Who cares? Literally here. I'll share. For the Nine of Cups, you get the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Oh, okay, so this is more like a super interesting, subtle level of energetic vampire type of a experience here. Because the minute that someone says, okay, here's my pain, I'll put it on you or I'll share it with you, and then I feel 1,000 times better. Thank you for taking my pain away. Yeah, but they didn't. You placed it on them. And I don't know which side of this you're on, but it looks like an exchange of energy that's not the best. And that's how someone kind of unloads of that energy. They don't get rid of it because it's theirs. So even if they share a little with others, it's theirs. So they won't get rid of it. But for a minute there, it's going to make them feel good. Like, so it looks like a little bit of a undercover energetic vampire case we got going on there. Okay. Nice exchange there. But anyways, let's do the 10 of Wands in the current situation. The 10 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, the 6 of Cups. Okay, things have shifted a little bit here. I'm not sure if we're talking, because you are showing me a soul connection here, so I'm not sure if we're talking about the same partnership or if it's something else completely different. From where I'm sitting, I'm feeling it different. I'm feeling like we're talking about something else. Maybe the same circumstance, so if that was a work dynamic that maybe you used to approach in a certain way, now you're still talking about a work dynamic, but in a different context, a different person probably attached to you. So the environment is kind of the same, the energy is different. And it does feel like there's resistance to, again, I don't know which side you're on. Are you the one that's sharing? Because it's caring, sharing of pain. Or are you the one that took it on? Whichever side you're at, there's resistance to that, in the sense of, if you're on the side that took it on before without probably knowing you have in the moment, now you're like, oh, I'm not doing that shit again. You know, if you're on the side of sharing that pain because it's caring, you're also saying, I don't want to be doing that anymore. So there's awareness over what the fuck went on back there. So that could have been some sort of pattern in relationships for you and dynamics there. And now there's resistance to that, to that kind of sharing. Okay, well that's progress. That's good. All right, let me do the Knight of Cups. Whoa. For the Knight of Cups, you get the 3 of Swords, the Star, the 10 of Swords. You're owning this shit. So if this is you, the one that functioned in that way, I'm getting that whatever happened in the past there, however it was shared from you, or by you or to you, there was an awareness on either side of, hey, I'm going to be the energetic vampire that just shares with you all sorts of crap. And you're going to be the one that takes it on without knowing that you are, without me knowing that I'm doing that. I don't think there was a lot of awareness over that. I think now there's a lot of taking ownership, accountability. You know, a little bit of whichever side of that fence you stood on, now it's like, my shit is my shit. Okay, yours is yours. We don't need to share that kind of crap. Like, if anything, I intend to heal that, not to spread it to others, because it's not theirs. And at the end of the day, it's just going to become an energy that's going to be, you know, depleting to others because it's mine. You know what I mean? So whichever side you stood on back there in the past, right now there's a lot of accountability on your end, where you're showing yourself not only carrying that baggage and not sharing it with anybody but you, but saying, this is mine and mine to heal. And that's my intention. So that's big, you know, coming from that place. So whichever end of it you were, doesn't really matter. This is big regardless. Let me do the sun. I smell a familiar smell. What is it? It's a blend with what I had as incense earlier and then something else. I can't tell. I think a person, but I can't tell. What the oh my god, it's gonna kill me. It's like, who is there? who are you? Anyways, for the sun in the current situation, you get the Page of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Sun. You're flipping a page here, and I'm not even sure how. It's a subtle type of an energy where it's not going to show up as if, oh my god, your life is going to change within the next 5 minutes. No, it's not going to show up like that. But something is shifting completely within you. So that's why it's showing up as subtle. So you're not going to feel this change immediately, but you're going to feel it soon enough, because this is a big fucking flip of a page for you. You're choosing happiness, basically. You're choosing happiness. And that in itself, I see the energies flipped around completely. From, you know, sharing all sorts of heavy energies here with others and da-da-da-da-da. Like, your priority right now becomes your happiness. That's what you're choosing. And with that, you're also showing up as stepping into your power there. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't know what got you into this place and how you got, I can't see it here. I'm still, well, I think with taking accountability here. I think that in itself did it. But like, keeping on that path definitely places you onto the path of happiness, basically. You know, you're choosing that for yourself. Your priority is your happiness. Okay, that's nice. Let me do the Six of Pentacles. In the immediate future, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Two of Wands. Mm-hmm. Is this like a, hold on, repair to a dynamic, like a sense of slowly but surely putting something back or back together. It is looking like it's a process, like it's not going to happen overnight, but it's energies that are equal, And then they haven't been, or they've been broken from that place. And now I see work being put onto putting them back into place, into that equal, like that scale there. And I think this is you saying, I'm going to work on that, and it's going to take time and it's going to take perseverance, but I'm committed to that. So it's almost coming in as you're trying to fix something, or put something back together or something. Okay. Let's do the 5 of Pentacles. In the immediate future, you get the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Chariot. Okay, yeah, I see the breaking point for whatever this was. And I see the energy that's at the other end of this. And they seem to be excited about this, about coming potentially to work with you on this. But there is a lot of heaviness in the middle there. So there's probably a lot to work on here. Yeah, there's openness on both ends from different angles, from different approaches to this. But at the end of the day, it's still openness, where one seems quite excited and playful and fun, while you're more like feet on the ground. We need to focus here. We need to, so there's a nice blend of energies that are coming together to work on something. And I do see the door, the separation, the whatever you want to call this, that kind of broke this down at some point in time in the past. So it's something that might come back from the past in terms of, let's put it back together, Okay, let me do the Ace of Swords. In the immediate future, the Moon, the 7 of Cups, the 3 of Wands. Things are gonna get smoother and better, and like initially, as this is trying to be put together here, it's looking like a really slow and steady type of a process. Like nobody's rushing here, nobody's making any sudden moves, and I do see a sense of smoothness coming over this in time. So a sense of more like organic energies at play to rebuild this. So this is going to take a minute, whatever this is. It's going to take a minute, but it does look like, again, there's consistency here, perseverance, and engagement, committing to this, at least on your end. And I do see from the other end too, I think the beginning part of this might be a little tricky. As far as they're concerned, as far as the other energy is concerned. As far as you're concerned, there's quite the consistency here on your end. Okay. Let me see what the universe has as a final advice for you. The King of Swords, the Death card, the 6 of Cups. Yeah. I don't know if you're in a little bit of kind of looking back at the things, the experiences, the people you may have left behind at some point. Because I see you looking back at those things that have been closed off. And I don't know what you're doing. Well, with this one, I can see you're trying to rebuild at least. But I think there's several energies from your past that you're kind of taking a peek at. The things that you left behind or things like that. So it's kind of like a retrospective on your end right now that's happening. And I think it's happening because of this energy, because you're stepping into an energy of flipping the page for yourself in which you're pursuing happiness. So that in itself is going to give you a little bit of a different perspective. So it kind of makes sense that you're looking back at certain things now from this newfound perspective, So, okay. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.